So good morning, Bill Cohen, Cohen Caregiving Support. Many of you know a little bit about my story, that I was my mother's caregiver for about a 10-year journey. She had Alzheimer's, and I basically turned my personal loss into my passion and my encore career. Again, I help family caregivers go through their journey like I did with her. And I wanted to, talk about a few things today, a little bit. Some are recurring themes, so one thing is a little bit different. You may have heard about my memo boards, magnetic. This is what that's all about. Something that keeps these things on top of mind for families. And it could be anybody who's dealing with a lot of stress or any kind of chronic condition, etc., or what we're going through the last several months, right? Take time to do some of these things that are still available, like take a bath with essential oils, go for a walk, do something remotely, read a book, listen to music, and a handy little to-do list for them. And this goes on the refrigerator, because we're also, our family's going to be talking about their family situation, right? So as you probably have heard, I do support groups. And the one on the left with the Alzheimer's Association, I started attending 15 years ago and have been the facilitator for the last 7. I also do one at, which is linked to Tualatin Marquee every Saturday morning. And I also do one through my Facebook group online. And that's on the 3rd Thursday each month, 5:30 p.m. And I get people from all over the country for that one, which is really cool. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit today was, and this can be for a lot of different situations, but primarily for caregivers. If some of you are on my mailing list, this is in my blog this month, and I'll go through real quickly some things you don't want to do necessarily, especially when you're dealing with somebody who is confused and gets angry and they may be paranoid, not to mention memory loss, like lose your patience when they get upset, like ask the same question over and over. They can't change and would if they could. Don't try to correct them. If they could get it right, they would. Don't ask them, don't you remember me? If they're happy to be with you and you make them feel better, that's good. That's all you want. Like the Maya Angelou line, how do you make them feel? Use logic or argue with them? No, you won't change their mind or behavior, and you will never win any argument with a person with dementia. Yes, think logically and talk calmly and be reassuring. Don't react or respond in kind to anger or anxiety. Talk softly and with little emotion. In fact, it's okay to not respond at all. One of the things in my caregiving class that I teach is don't just stand there, do nothing. Don't respond. Or have something in mind that you may want to say, like the answer to that repeated question, okay? Shift their focus and expect them to change to a better mood. So keep in mind, it's not personal. They probably won't remember that they were mad at you because you get to start all over an hour later or the next day. So again, I provide advice, guidance, resources, and referrals. A good example of, some of you have heard me talk about this, is I'm helping a client who the daughter is in Chicago. Her father, who is in his mid-80s and has early to mid-stage Alzheimer's, is in a care home on West Slope. And along with the caregivers at the home and a music therapist and a pet therapist, I spend time with the dad, properly distanced and masked or shielded, and keep him engaged, keep him calm, I walk with him, I talk with him, get him telling stories, and it helps keep him calm, safe, and less agitated, because he's always talking about wanting to go home, go back to his own work. He actually thinks he's working for me. I made up business cards like mine that has his name and his picture on it, and I pay him a few bucks every month, paid by the daughter, of course, and I give him little tasks like make up invoices or supply forms, because he used to work in a hotel. He used to work in a mobile home park. So it doesn't matter whether he gets it right or not, or if you do it the way you would. The important thing is that he's doing an activity that's keeping him engaged. So, and of course, the other part is that it helps the daughter by keeping her informed. She has eyes and ears on the ground here in Portland, and she can sleep better at night when her father isn't calling her repeatedly. By the way, if any of you were in my Facebook group this morning, I did a post about trying to make them laugh, what would make them bring some humor. Especially after the storm, when mom was really agitated, I would use lines like from Yogi Berra, like, "Mom, you can observe a lot just by watching," or "It's like deja vu all over again." It's amazing. One thing about with her case, she actually got a better sense of humor.
That's awesome.
The filters came down, I think.
No, I just really appreciate everything that you do,
Thank you,
all the things that you do in reaching out. I've learned so much about, this is a subject that I would normally have like at somebody else's thing and I wouldn't pay attention to it. But through interacting with you, it's enriched my understanding and my ability to appreciate and do some of these things as well. So I really honor what you've done and the pathway you've taken and what you do for the community.